as we approach the end of the school year. There may be students who struggle to go home or struggle with, I guess, negative anticipation or anxiety around the end of the school year and begin to lash out. We may see an increase in extreme behavior. So Janelle's wondering about strategies for students who are in this category, strategies for students who struggle with their behavior when the stress increases or the uncertainty, especially around the end of a school year, increases.
It's interesting, Brad. I love this topic because I think preparing now for that, even though many of us might be 2-3 months away from that happening, it's also, I think, relevant to educators. Maybe not that educators aren't excited for the summer, but educators that are going through the stress of something and handling those behaviors appropriately. And even as adults, we don't always make great choices on how we can regulate and support our own bodies anytime we're through a transition.
For sure. What I love about Janelle's question, Ray, is that she's revealing that below the tip of the iceberg of any challenging behaviors, there is so much that it can be and could be revealed. So what we see and respond to on an emotional or physical level in terms of student behavior, or sometimes we'd call it misbehavior, under the tip of that iceberg, Janelle is reminding us that there are many, many stressors that are being revealed in what students choose to say and do. So in some cases, it's students who are negatively anticipating the separation from teachers, classmates, a predictable and maybe a needed routine, an opportunity to feel seen, heard, and supported in their classroom. And it may not be something that any of our students can necessarily articulate. It's just something that as educators, and as Janelle pointing out, we need to be ready and willing to dig a little bit deeper than just the surface of what we're seeing, and honestly how it may impact what we're trying to do, which is to teach and educate and support and learn. But dig deeper beyond the surface and try to uncover what might be below that iceberg and how might we address those underlying stressors.
You know, Brad, it's interesting. I wonder if the first recommendation we can make is this opportunity to be proactive versus reactive. I know for myself, so I'm just maybe doing my own internal reflection. Mm-hmm. I do best when I am planned ahead and nothing is a surprise. And so while we know that this could be something that our students are experiencing, they may not yet have that anxiety in April. It might come as the school year comes to a close in May or June, depending on your school year. But we actually, in our ability to be proactive, can maybe prepare them with good strategies so that stress is not as severe by being proactive.
I completely agree. And as I reflect on what April, May, and June in our schools and districts will reveal, it really is to expect the unexpected, because there's just so many different activities or administrative responsibilities or unplanned things that can come up. Now might be the time to work with our students and our colleagues to say, how will we respond if the unexpected happens? I think of the teacher that has a model lesson prepared, and then there's a call from the office or a fire bell rings or something happens unexpectedly. A child is sick, and sometimes things just have to be set aside. But as educators, we have a plan that we want and need to carry out with the kids, because that's part of our learning, part of our responsibility. So now might be the time to prepare ourselves through class meetings, through community meetings, community circles, maybe your warm up or your bell work, or maybe sort of an end of day kind of wrap up. How will we respond as a classroom community or as a school community when the unexpected happens? And a reminder that we do have coping and management strategies around that. It could include deep breathing. It could remind ourselves that, yep, we're prepared for the unexpected, we've got this. But above all, the educators will model the desired behaviors for kids. And so if we recognize in ourselves that unexpected changes cause us to escalate, our heart rate increases, our breathing becomes shallow, not only can kids see and hear, they can feel and will either co-escalate or co-regulate with us depending on our emotional responses. And so just a reminder to be kind to ourselves as the adults and recognize where our triggers or stresses might be, and include ourselves in that kind of work with our kids. How will we, not you, how will we as a classroom team respond when the unexpected happens?